going on, Phenom fam? Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and in today's video, welcome back to another episode of Top 5 Friday. Today, we are going to be counting down the top 5 things that Exo Zombies did correctly, in my opinion, and we have no honorable mentions for this video, so let's get into our number 5 here, and that is, you can get, basically, you can get whatever you want from the printer, but not in a sense that you just pick what you want. In the sense that when you press the square button on PlayStation or the X button on Xbox, and I'm assuming it's probably F by default on PC, when you press square on the printer, which acts the same way as the mystery box, whatever weapon that it's showing virtually on the printer as it cycles through the guns is what weapon you will actually get when the printer's when you stop the printer. So basically, if you have the patience to wait there, you can manipulate the printer to get what you want out of it, which is pretty cool because there's no sense of randomness to it, and I don't know, it makes it pretty easy to get wonder weapons in that sense. But I don't know, it definitely helps out if you have the patience and the time to be able to go and stand by the box to wait for the weapon that you actually want and or need. But I don't know, it's pretty cool. I do like that. I don't know, it's pretty useful. Let's get into number 4 here, guys, and that is that grenades actually do damage. They do, not only do they do damage, but they do a lot of damage. And the reason that I say it like that is because it's pretty infamously known that grenades in Treyarch Zombies do pretty much next to nothing. You're only guaranteed to actually get a kill with a grenade up until round 4 or 5, and even on 4 or 5, that's a rarity to get a kill with a grenade. Usually after about 4 or 5, they turn into zombies will turn into crawlers when you use grenades on Treyarch Zombies. But in Exo Zombies, grenades are one-hit kills until round 20, and around round 20 is when it'll start making crawlers, or not even really doing much damage to the zombies at all. But it is very, very useful that the grenades do a ton of damage. And that is going to segue us into our number 3 spot here, and that's that there is no explosive damage by default. There's not a perk that does it. There is not anything special that you need to do to obtain no explosive damage. It's just the way that the game mode was made. You have no explosive damage. I actually think you might have explosive damage for not wearing an exosuit, but I can't remember off the top of my head, so I wouldn't quote me on that one. But our number 2 spot here, guys, is that there are Scorestreaks that come down in care packages, and they allow you to get some cool things. There's camouflage. I think the only 3 that there is, at least on the first map, is there's camouflage, there's drones, and there's sentry guns. And it can also drop points for you in a care package. But in terms of the Scorestreaks, there's the camouflage, which you activate it, and for I think 30 seconds, zombies just kind of run away from you. They won't touch you, they won't hurt you, they won't do anything. Then there is the drones, and they can have either machine guns or rockets. And there is turrets that can be either rockets, a machine gun, or a directed energy laser sentry gun thing. And the coolest thing about the sentry guns actually is you can rip the turret heads off and use that as a weapon and just run around with it, which is pretty cool. Not the most practical thing in the world, but still pretty cool. And our number 1 spot here, guys, the best thing that Exo Zombies did, in my opinion, is the introduction of the perk called Exo Soldier. And for those of you that have not played the game mode or have not really watched any of it or don't know what Exo Soldier does, pretty much it's a perk that allows you to shoot while sprinting and reload while sprinting. And this thing is really, really useful. And I wish so much that Treyarch would put this in the game. Maybe not even, it doesn't even have to be a separate perk, but it could be Speed Cola 2.0 or Stamina Up 2.0 or whatever. But it would just be so awesome because there's so many times where I get caught and I need to run through zombies, but I also but I don't have any stamina left. or whatever, and then my gun just starts reloading, and it just slows me down, and it's just, I need to be able to sprint while reloading in zombies, and Sledgehammer answered that call. And while I don't really like Exo Zombies all that much, I was able to give it the benefit of the doubt and find these 5 things that I thought that Sledgehammer did right with their first kind of, push into the zombies game mode. And next week for Top 5 Friday, again, we are going to be doing the top 5 things that I think Exo Zombies did wrong, which you'll actually be surprised. On that list, most of these things show up again because I think 3 of these things show up again on, or no, I don't know. A few things on this list will show up again next week in things that they did wrong, because it has pros and cons, some of these things. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to pack-a-punch that like button. Be ssure to subscribe. And, Phenom out.